Hello, and welcome to today's subscriber contract, the search for Hugo Seiger, episode 3, set on the Holiday Hoarders map of Paris, and supplied to us today by Nico in the Drip. So moving on to our briefing, welcome back to Paris 47. Take this briefing seriously. Tonight we have to take the head Cicada guard, Kurt Donovan, who has purchased a Seiger 300 for the palace grounds. You'll also need to eliminate the auctioneer Nicholas Frank, who will most likely be selling important information about the Seiger brand, a thing we want to keep anonymous. Now you must also eliminate the courier and retrieve the rifle. Check for high vantage points 47. Good hunting. So moving on to our targets, and today we have 3 of them along with a free map. And for today's challenge we'll be starting at the Iago auction, and we'll be bringing with us 2 vials of lethal poison and a silenced pistol. So right from the start and off the bat, we are going to sit right here until Dahlia Margolis finishes her little speech. It doesn't take very long, but as soon as she says happy bidding, we are going to vacate our chair and we are going to make our way out onto the balcony area. So as soon as she is done and we are finished with our bids, I don't see any bids for Scarlett Johansson there, so we're going to leave the auction. Once we're out onto the balcony, we're just going to quickly use instinct. So Dahlia is going to go and stand behind the first target, our auctioneer here, and after a few moments she will wander off as part of her routine. So there she goes off to the left. At that point we can pull out our silenced pistol and we're going to shoot down the chandelier furthest away from us, and that will drop down on our first target, the auctioneer. There we go. So target 1 has been eliminated. We are now going to make our way casually into the attic area, and what we're going to do is we're going to wait. So this can be done very quickly. I have seen it done very quickly, but we are going to do it somewhat slower. So we're going to make our way into the attic and into the side room here, and we're going to hide behind this table, and eventually one of the bodyguards from the auction will bring the auctioneer's body into this room, and at that point we can take his outfit, because the auctioneer is also one of the waiters. So once we have the bodyguard has vacated the area, we can then grab the waiter's outfit. We're going to follow the bodyguard back out into the public areas, and then we're going to make our way out onto the balcony bar area where our next target is currently hanging around, and he is just about to put down his glass and engage with another patron in a conversation while the other patron has a cigarette. Trust me sir, that is very bad for your health. We are then going to poison the glass on the banister, and we're going to wait right here. Now if you so wish, you can just make your way straight down the drain pipe and move on to our next target. For the purposes of the video, I will be sticking around for the elimination as usual. So once our target has finished his conversation, he will go back to his glass of champagne and he will find that it has gone rather sour. So once he has been disposed of, we are going to make our way down the drain pipe, in through the rear doors of the building and into the small kitchenette area behind the bar, and in here we are going to poison the green hors d'oeuvres on the table, and that will take care of our final target, who is Victor Novikov's bodyguard. Now we're just going to have to wait around because they're a little way off as the present. So what we're going to do, instead of sticking around for the elimination, we're going to make our way to the nearest exit, and we have a choice of 2. Today I've opted to go for the helicopter exit. Usually I would go for the wine cellar, but the helicopter is a better backdrop to our wait. Eventually Viktor Novikov's bodyguard will make his way into that area. He will sample the hors d'oeuvres and he will find that you shouldn't mess with the finger food before it's put out for the masses. So there we go, one more subscriber contract taken care of, and once we get this helicopter airborne we can get away from the palace and we can get ourselves confirmation that all of our targets have been eliminated according to plan. We had no objectives to worry about, and that will gain us a silent assassin rating. I have been Anubis, and I will see you all in the next video.